very good evening to everyone and a warm welcome from SEMS Welfare Foundation. I'm Ziba Basi and the host of today's session. I would like to start this knowledge session on the topic mindset transformation. Today's we'll delve into how mindset transformation can lead to personal experience, drive personal growth, and spark positive change within organization and community. SEMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skills development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative of Digi Shaksham, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship, impacting over 6,000 of individuals, and we are currently upskilling inmates in Haryana jail and cooperate with universities and colleges. We have also participated with banks to place over 1,500 candidates in jobs. In just a short time, SEMS has established itself as a force for positive change, equipping individuals with skills for empowerment and promoting women leadership in various industries. So now it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today, Ms. Jyoti Pandey. Ms. Jyoti Pandey is a passionate career coach and a transformative expert who specializes in helping promotionals, especially those in middle management, who feel trapped, stagnant, and disconnected from the joy of their everyday work. Within over 15 years of corporate experience, she deeply understands the silent struggle many phases in their career. Her mission is to empower individuals to reconnect with purpose, rediscover confidence, and create meaningful momentum in both their personal and professional lives. She brings both empathy and expertise to her work, and she has helped countless of people navigate their career crossroad with clarity and courage. We are honored her with us today to guide us through the topic of mindset transformation, something she is not only teach but also lives by. So a very warm welcome to Jyoti ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ziba, for such a wonderful introduction for me. Thank you so much. And hello, everyone. Warm welcome to this particular session. I would love to invite you, if you are comfortable, to switch on the camera for once at least, because this is a safe, supportive space wherein we are here to grow and connect with each other. And seeing or looking at your face will give me a sense of community and will allow me to connect with you in a better way. So, of course, no pressure. I would respect your comfort level, but even, sometimes the smallest action like switching on the camera can be the first step towards your mindset shift. So, if you are comfortable, please switch on the camera so that at least I can see with whom am I talking to. Okay, I think they will take time. No worry, guys. Take your time. In the meanwhile, I'll just present what I have to tell you today. Karishma, if you can see my screen, just confirm once.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this session is all about mindset transformation, which is rewiring your mind. So your mind works in beautiful ways. Today we'll be learning how it is working and how it is impacting your day-to-day life, right? So let me proceed. How your mindset shapes your life and how to shift it for success. So the name of my agency, or you can say academy, is the Mindset Hub. And I teach people mindset transformation and I help people grow in their career, uplift in their career if they are feeling stuck, stagnant at any point in time. So I am the go-to person. Now, why you should listen to me? That is interesting because I have been there, I have done that, and that gives me the honor to present it to you. So, by education, I'll just give a brief introduction about myself. By education, I'm a lawyer. I practiced for 5 years in Calcutta High Court. Then I relocated to Mumbai. I worked for 15 years in top US MNCs. And there I understood that I was feeling stagnant. So I did a lot of courses regarding how your mindset works, neuro-linguistic program and all. And that's when I understood my true calling is my mess is my message. So wherever I face those challenges, I want others to learn from it and grow from it. So my proven formula helps individuals to overcome self-doubt, unlock your true potential, and design careers that is basis your strengths and skills and not the handsome paycheck that you are getting at the end of the month. That cannot be the motivating factor. And it is not about growing in designations, it is growing in each and every aspect of your life. That is important. Now let's begin the session. What is mindset? It's really interesting. Your mindset is a set of beliefs and thoughts that shapes our behavior and decisions. So whatever we are thinking, that creates an impact in our decisions and our behaviors. So if you can say, it's a lens for you to view the world. It determines how you handle any circumstance that is happening in your life. So yes, as rightly said, once you change your lenses, the entire vision changes, and that's what I am here to tell you today. Now, first we will understand what is a pattern. What is a mental pattern? So mental pattern is nothing but your repetitive thoughts. It's getting connected to your emotions. Whatever we are thinking, it is creating an emotion in our heart. So we can say the mind as well as the heart, and that creates the behavior loops, how we react. So suppose if someone has met with an accident on a particular road, next time whenever he is seeing the road, he will try to avoid it, because that thought immediately comes to his mind, and that creates an emotion in the heart, and immediately we get into a particular behavior, right? So how is it formed? It is formed from either early experiences, maybe our childhood conditioning, looking at the environment around us, maybe how my dad and my mom behaved with me, or repetitive beliefs that we have been inculcating since our childhood, right? So a few examples, if you can see, I must please others to feel worthy, because maybe in your professional setup you may have seen someone, if he is saying yes sir, then he is getting the promotion, the perks, everything. So you have conditioned your brain that you have to be liberal towards everything and you have to please everyone. The next one is, if I fail, I'll be judged, because maybe there is a conditioning in a child wherein whenever he is failing or whenever he is not doing pretty well in the exams, that's when he is getting a bash from their family. So, right? So the next thing is, good things don't happen to me. So this is one of the things. Now, how these patterns show up in our daily life. What happens is, if we are getting into a pattern and if we are following the similar behavior again and again, we are attracting repetitive situations and feelings, attracting the same toxic boss or relationship. So suppose if you are in a job and you are fed up of this particular boss who is always being adamant, toxic to you, and always ordering you to do something with very stringent deadline, you think of leaving this job. And what happens is, when you are leaving, we are about to leave this job, you left this job, you go to the new company, and only to attract the similar sort of boss, just a name change, right? So that's what happens when we are following the similar behavior, always falling short of success. So if we have the belief that whatever I do, I don't succeed. So exactly that thing shows up, that you are falling short of success. You give your 99% and 100 step, you just come back. That's what happens. Feeling anxious before any change. Whenever there is a change happening, you're feeling anxious about it. So if you understand the loop, that will make it very clear for you to understand. It's a trigger, then whatever is the trigger is the situation or the circumstance or the instance that is happening to you, that creates a thought in your mind, and that thought in the mind is connected to your heart, that creates an emotion that is connected to your body, that behaves in a certain way, which is already set by your all these things, right? And that is the result, and then we again repeat the same pattern, right? So it's, you are not unlucky or cursed, you are just stuck in a loop. And when we spot the pattern, so it's very easy for us to understand the pattern, where it is coming from. So when we sit with our clients, we go deep inside them through asking mindful question or meaningful questions like, what made you think, what happened, what was that particular instance that happened at the age of 8 or 11 or 13, somewhere somewhat must have happened that created that belief in you. So once we spot the pattern, we gain the power to change it, because you all know the first step towards improvisation is understanding that there is a problem. Without that, nothing can be changed. All right. I hope it is clear to all. Yes, no, maybe. If there is any question, okay, great. Now, so in your brain, there is something called cautious and subconscious. So, cautious is something when you are doing thing for the first time. Whenever you're doing something for the first time, you are very cautious in what will happen, how it's happening, what will happen if this goes wrong, or will I succeed or not. So this is the cautious brain that is working. Now what we have to do is we have to make so many repetitions that automatically it gets into your subconscious. So that is 80% of your brain. So when you start driving, when you start learning driving, what happens is you are very cautious when where is the gear, where is the steering, where is the brake, and all these things. After, if you continue the repetition again and again and again, after 3 to 6 months, what happens is even if you're talking on phone, or even if you are talking to your buddy who is sitting next to you, automatically the car goes. You never understand 30 minutes or 20 minutes have already crossed. So that is the role of our subconscious mind. Now, how to create those subconscious evidences, that is important, right? Because whatever you believe, your brain will seek evidence for that. Are you true saying the correct thing? And that's how subconscious conditioning is done. So, if you believe I'm not good enough, what will happen? Automatically, you will notice every mistake, whatever you're doing, you will only find flaws because your mind is focused on I am not good enough. So that's how it will always find faults in whatever you're doing. But if you believe I'm growing, you will see every effort as progress. So this is also called confirmation bias, right? This confirmation bias is something like the brain loves being right. Whatever you say to your brain, it wants evidence to that, right? So even if the belief is harmful, then too, it will try to find evidence, and that's how it will get reinforced, right? Now, how do we rewrite patterns with the new evidence? By creating the new evidence. It is a step-on-step process, not a one-day task. As you may have heard of the book called Atomic Habits, right? Atomic Habits says whatever you want to get started with, do not make it 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour task, right? Create it into biteable pieces, which is maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You want to start with meditation, just do for 5 minutes. You want to get into the practice of reading, just take 5 minutes of every day at a particular time and get into reading, right? So we have to spot the old pattern, question the belief. Once you ask introspective questions to yourself, your brain automatically starts working in a different way. Because if it will not find evidence, it will start recreating that patterns, right? So spot the old pattern, question the belief. Is this always true? Are there not any evidences which is contrary to that? And once you are able to find those evidences which is contrary to that, we need to start collecting new evidences, right? So how it is done? Successes, you will count on your successes, your compliments, what happened when this happened in your maybe professional setup or personal setup, what are the wins, what is the effort that you put into this, and then you have to journal them to create a self image of yourself. All right. Now, transformation only happens when you build a new internal record, and this is not a coach or a therapist or a psychiatrist will do. This has to be done by an individual because your brain, your mind, your body, your soul is unique to you. No one can do it for you. Definitely, people are there to guide you, but you are the one who will take the efforts. Now, the old belief says, I always mess up. Show it proof of your resilience. All right. Now, we will get into an interesting exercise, which is the belief audit. What you need to do is you need to think of or write, if you have a piece of pen and a paper, one belief you have carried for a long time, right? Maybe I am not good at public speaking. That can be a belief for someone who have never done it before. But considering the fact that we did not learn each and everything when we were in mother's womb, right? So we come to this world, we learned when we were in class 1, class 2, class 3, class 10th, everything. So where did this belief come from? Is it 100% true? And what has this belief cost you emotionally and professionally? I'll just stop the presentation for once and I would like you guys to interact. Even if it is in chat, I would love to read what is your belief. Hello, guys, are you awake? No one has a belief? Any limiting belief for yourself? We all are perfect. I would like to take a pause because I want it to be interactive. You know what? That's the beauty of watching a video on YouTube where you don't have to show up. But if you are in a webinar, it is really important for you guys to show up, even if you're not able to put on the camera. At least you can interact on chat. Or if it is not engaging, interesting, or something you already know beforehand, you can let me know. So I'll tell you guys, webinar is a format which is scheduled for us to gain and share knowledge with each other. It's not a YouTube session that is happening. You can go and watch a lot of Gyan Darshan that is happening on YouTube. Definitely, you will get a lot of values. But let me tell you, information without implementation is not going to work. So we have to implement whatever we are learning. If you are not ready to introspect, if you're not ready to share whatever is the question or whatever is the learning, it's not going to help any one of us. Okay, fine. It's your life, it's your destiny. No worries. I'll just start with the session. I think the screen is clear. So whenever you guys have time, you can just go ahead and do this activity of introspection. What is the belief, limiting belief that you have, and where it is coming from? Is it 100% true? When you start asking these questions, you will create those evidences that it is not true. And that's where the real transformation happens. Now, the next thing is I want to talk about is types of mindset. And I can so much resonate with this particular session. What is the type of mindset that we are carrying? So there's something called fixed mindset. Someone says, I'm just not good at math, right? And never tries to improve because that is their belief that they have inculcated. Maybe looking at the marks in year 4 or year 5 or year 6, they have always been pathetic, right? So they have inculcated this particular belief and they never take any active step to work on it. Now there is another person who is with the growth mindset. What happens is he says, I'm not good at maths yet, but if I practice, I can get better. So that's where the transformation happens. You have to take intentional steps. That is important when we keep learning and eventually improving. So two people can face the similar challenge. One gives up, other grows. The difference is not the situation, not the talent, but the mindset. That's what we are talking about. So, whatever we are saying, it is not something that we have created. There is a science behind mindset. What is that science? Let us understand. The neuroplasticity. So, whenever we have a thought in our brain, automatically all the cells, all the neurons in the brain starts connecting with each other and they create a jack altogether. So every thought, whatever you're thinking, strengthens a pathway in your brain. Positive growth oriented thoughts creates a stronger resilience and success. So it is for people to take active and intentional step if they want to grow or not. If they have accepted that this is my current situation and I cannot change, so good luck for that. You are correct. So either ways, you give a child 1 hour to clean a room or you give a child entire day to clean a room. Both the situations, the child will clean the room. So it is up to us what we want to do. So good news is mindset isn't fixed. Science proves we can train it. Our brains are not just the particle in our body, it is the muscle. The more you go to gym, you build on your muscle. The more you work on your brain, you build on your muscles, right? Now, why mindset is important and why it matters. First is it influences our decisions. Basically, you may have seen a lot of people who have a habit of reaching out to their family members or their colleagues or their peers. Okay, let me check with this person and then I'll get back to you. Let me check with them and then I'll draft that particular email, right? So it influences our decisions. We do not have that capacity to take decision on our own. When we create that shift, we create that loop, it becomes easier for us to take decisions. Now, how it affects your stress handling situation. Whenever we see a situation, we have a habit of that's human, right? We have a habit of getting panicked, and panic creates stress and anxiety amongst us, right? So once you are at a stable position, understanding, you will not be in that stressful situation. Now, it also determines success in your career, relationship, and health, because every time you don't have to reach out to your mother for any problem which is happening in your relationship with your spouse, or when it is about your health, you will be intentional what is good for me, what is not good for me, right? So if suppose, just for an example, you are placed in an office setup wherein you are accompanied by people who are smokers, right? You are every break you are going out with them, and then they are forcing you to, okay, fine, it will not harm your lungs or anything, just smoke. So you start it, right? And when you start it, it becomes a habit. That's where the real mess happens. So it totally depends on your mindset. What is your mindset? What would you like to do? Right? Shapes your confidence and self worth. If you are able to make decisions, stay calm, it will impact your self worth, and you will have a feeling of self accomplishment in whatever you're doing. Right? Now, what are the signs of a limiting mindset? I'm not good enough. That's number one. Most of us talk in that language. What if I fail? I will never be like them. It's too late to change. These thoughts, when you have not done something for the first time, definitely it feels real, but these are just the mental blocks, because when we learn, when we study something, that's when we excel in this. And that's how the mental block needs to be challenged and needs to be worked on. So the only thing is you have to be intentional. Now, let's learn how to break free from them. So, another exercise that I have created just for you guys. First, we will identify what is your current mindset, right? So we have to ask ourselves, do I avoid challenges? Do I give up easily? Or, okay, it will not be done. Or, oh my God, I cannot do it. I have never done this. All these questions pops up in your brain. Do I get defensive about feedback? How can you talk to me like that? No, no, no. I am very good. He may not have seen what the good that I have done. Do I believe people are just born talented? This is very important when it comes to professional setup, because a person who is getting promotion every year or every 2 years, we just think that they are born talented. No, they're not born talented. They have also learned just like all of us in this particular world, right? So, first is just go ahead and do this particular exercise that will definitely give you an understanding what is important and where do you stand, what is the mindset that we are carrying. Now, the power of awareness, that is also a part of it, because what you are not aware of controls you, right? So whatever we are not aware of, it will create a state of panic and anxiety amongst us. Awareness brings clarity, and clarity brings power. That's how, when I started taking these webinars or going on Zoom calls, definitely 7 years down the line, even I was not confident. But right now, you can see you have to build those muscles with consistent repetition. That is the only way, right? That's how it works. Shift from autopilot to conscious choice making. Now, this is another interesting exercise. You can do it at your spare time. What's the recurring challenge in your life or career right now? If you just want to introspect why I am stuck in this particular job, maybe for 5 years or 3 years or 7 years, and I am facing the similar situation again and again. This boss or this particular colleague is irritating me again and again. So, why is this particular challenge in your life or career happening to you? What emotion or thought are you taking it as a challenge? Are you taking it as a hustle? It's a blockage in your brain. So, what emotion or thought comes up each time? You have to figure it out with yourself, sitting with yourself, and how do you usually respond to this particular situation? So, first will be trigger, that is a situation or an instance that will create a thought. The thought will create an emotion in your heart that will reflect in your body in the form of your behavior, and that will give you the result. So once you understand this particular loop, why life will be awesome for you. So all we need to do is identify subconscious patterns that are holding us back. Okay, so what are the common mindset traps that we need to figure out? Fear of failure. What if I fail? Negative self-talk. I'm not good enough. Perfectionism. When the right time come, when I am ready, that's when I'll start, right? So that is the behavior of perfectionist, right? So the right time, the first right time was yesterday, and the next right time is today. So whatever you want to get started with, just start from today. Don't wait back, because we never know till how much time we have on this particular universe, right? Comparison with others. He has been doing it so well. I am not that good enough, and all these things. So these traps are sneaky. They often hide behind, I'm being realistic. Let's be realistic. So people call themselves, I'm not positive, I'm not negative, I'm realistic. But if you are realistic, you will have to give it a try at least and then figure out whether you are failing or you are succeeding. So that is something that is in hidden within your mindset. So, how to shift to a growth mindset? What all we need to do? We need to reframe. So, understand, guys, your conversation with yourself is direct conversation with the universe, right? So, whatever you're talking to yourself, your subconscious brain is understanding that and it is creating a reality for you. So, if you are talking, I can't do this, I can't do this, definitely your subconscious is like a sponge, it is absorbing everything. So what we need to do is we need to reframe, I can't do, I can't yet, or I can't do this, how I have never learned this, however. So these are the two terms that you can use. Whatever is the limiting belief you hold, just do, I can't to I can't yet. Celebrate efforts, not just results. So people get anxious when they see that they have been working for so long, but there are no results. Just understand this. When you start on your entrepreneurship journey, you do not see the results in a year or 2 years. That's what happens to each one of us. Even when we are job, there is something called on job training, OJT period, right? Whereas your training completes, gets completed, and then you were sent to the shop floor. When you were sent to the shop floor, even then you have a mentor assigned to you, and that mentor is helping you throughout those 3 months or 6 months. So we all are in a learning phase when we call life. So all we need to do is celebrate efforts. Do not be anxious for results, and do not celebrate only when you get the results. Every day is a celebration. Whatever you have done, definitely you have put your 100% today. If not 100, at least 40, 50, 60. In comparison to people who are still a couch potato, who are sitting on their couches. That is important. So we have to learn from the mistakes instead of fearing them. I got fail, I met with an accident and all these things. And definitely we need to use failure as a feedback. Every great achiever once started with, I don't know how. So once we understand our why, what is your reason to get this started? Just take a piece of pen and paper and write down whatever comes to your mind. So I want to become a career coach. Why do I want to become a career coach? To help people like a lot who are stuck in a loop. And why do I want to help them? Because my mess is my message. This is something that I have learned in last 15, 20 years. And that's what I want people to learn it easy way. Do not spend 20 years of your life just doing things on your own. So definitely growth mindset turns impossible into I am possible. All right. Now the self-talk shapes our mindset. Negative mindset, I will always fail. So you have to reframe it to I have failed before, but I learned. Positive is I have handled tough times before, I can do it again. So, as I said, your conversation with yourself is the direct conversation with the universe. So be intentional about what are you telling yourself. You are the most beautiful creature that happened on this universe. If you have this particular thought, your every day would be amazing, right? Change your self talk and change your mindset. Now, how does visualizations and affirmations work? So basically, what I understood is even affirmations, you are affirming something again and again, but the thoughts in your brain and the feelings in your heart are not in congruence with each other. So whatever you are saying, if you're saying I am capable to change, I am capable to change. So are you taking any progressive efforts, or are you taking any courses, anything to prove to your subconscious that yes, you are capable of change? Because even affirmations without actions is a recipe for failure. So all you need to do is you need to, while affirming, you need to use statements. I am capable of change. I choose to grow daily. Now, if you're telling your subconscious that I choose to grow daily, what is the proof that you are giving your subconscious? So that is also important. If you have a habit of just affirmation and do not create an emotion, it's not gonna work. So create the emotion create that feeling. If you are, even if you're not taking action, but you are able to create that emotion, that will bring wonders and you will start seeing miracles in your life. That's what happens to each one of us. I'm worthy of success. What makes you believe that you are worthy of success? So that is important. Now, in all the games, athletes use visualization before a race. And if it is a race for life, you become what you mentally rehearse. If you think that I'll be broke, if I spend this much amount, I will be broke. I don't have enough money to buy this new home or buy this new particular car, then your statements are true anyways, if it is positive or negative, because your subconscious is listening to it, right? Now, what is the definition of fear? If you can see, it is false evidence appearing real, because there is no evidence that you will fail, or once it has happened, it is gonna happen for 100 times that you will try, right? So what we need to do is we need to be resistant, sign where you are growing, so that shows your resistance, right? Your fear and resistance. Start small, but start anyway. As I said at the earlier, even 2 pages of a book, even 5 minutes of meditation, even 10 minutes of morning walk, even 2 minutes of journaling in a day, these can create wonders in your life. And yes, trust the process, not the perfection. No one is perfect in this world. If we are perfect, we are at the deathbed. So every day we are all work in progress, or each one of us, we are work in progress. So all we need to do is do not choose to be comfortable wherever you are, because comfort is will keep you in that particular loop. Try to become uncomfortable at least 1% every single day. If you are uncomfortable, that means you are growing, because you have never been there before. And where you never have been, that is something that will create a shift in you, and that shift is called transformation. So discomfort means you are evolving. Now, what happens when we are in a fixed mindset? I can't handle this. That creates an anxiety in us. All right. Growth mindset. I'll figure this out. That creates a calmness in us. Even whatever is the situation, may it bad to worst. But once you give it some time, think over it for 5-10 minutes, automatically you will reach a place of calmness. So, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is just observing your thoughts, not become your thoughts. So, it's not the situation, that it's the mindset that creates stress. Reframing the moment brings peace. Now, the habits create a lot of shift when we talk about the transformation, because small habits bring big results. You can start with morning journaling, daily gratitude, 10 minutes of reflection, or learning something new each day. So, habits are like bricks. You will have to put one brick, one brick, one brick, and that's how it will grow, right? Now, apart from that, it's really important to create a supportive environment, because we are the average of 5 people around us. So if we are with losers, definitely our reality would be loser, because whatever ideas we will share with them, they will just negate it, that it's not good, it's not correct. So choose people who uplift you, set boundaries with negative influences. Just give a smile. Do not need to fight with them. Just give a smile and get over with. Join growth focused communities and share your goals with community groups. Journaling, these are certain prompts. If you want to take a screenshot, you can do it. What did I learn today? If you want to do it for the end of the day, you can do it. What did I learn today? What limiting thoughts showed up today? How did I challenge it? What am I proud of? Okay. Now let's see some examples. So someone who had a self-doubt, he is now a confident public speaker. That's one of my clients. I have been working with mid-shift careers professionals, right? So how to reframe your mind within a period of 3 to 6 months, and how you get promotion, how you get all the perks. And you can connect regarding my journey also from legal world to operations in corporates for 15 years, and now from 5 to 7 years I am in coaching and transformation. So transformation is possible if you are ready to it. If you have an intention to grow, you will definitely grow. We all are there to help you out. Now, this is really important, guys, because how your mindset shapes your day. If you wake up thinking, suppose you had to go to office at 8:30, you have to leave at 8:30, and 8:15 you got up, and then you start talking to you, oh my God, I'm late, right? So today is gonna be stressful. Will I get the auto or the car or the Uber that I'm thinking of, right? So you will notice you will get all the obstacles that is coming your way that you expected, because your subconscious is creating whatever you think, your feelings to reality. That's how it happens. So your mindset, instead of that, if you get up in the morning and say, okay, it's 8:15, I still have 15 minutes to get up, go ready, and then leave for home. Automatically things starts going smooth. You will see no red signal on road and everything will be shifted because you have created that intention. So setting the intention start of the day is really important. But if you say, I can handle whatever comes today, you will stay calmer and find solutions. Now, self talk, as I have been emphasizing on self talk, negative self talk is I always mess things up because you have seen those evidences. So, we humans work on the evidences of the past. Once we try to question those, and that's how we create the positive self talk. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I learn and improve every time. Now, another example is fear of failure. Imagine this is a really great example for any one of us to connect. You want to learn cycling, but you are scared of falling. So till the time every person who have learned cycling or biking definitely have fallen. Start 3 to 6 months, and that's how they have excelled at it. So do not be fearful of what will happen. You will not be getting the courage to start. But if you think falling is a part of learning, you get on the bike and improve over time. Now, mindset and stress. Understand how the mindset and stress works. If we both, two people are there and we both are going and stuck in the traffic in the red light, and one says, this is ruining my day. I am pissed off 10 minutes, still the traffic is not moving. He starts feeling frustrated all the way. But the other says, I can use this time to listen to my favorite podcast. I have 30 minutes to reach office. What happens? Immediate shift. So you need to create the right intention. And that's how you will be relaxed. You will not have stress. Now, this is another important exercise if you would like to do. The role of subconscious evidence. We have been talking about give enough evidence to your brain so that it starts creating patterns and rewriting patterns with new evidence. Pick a disempowering belief like I'm not good enough or I'm not smart enough. I'm not confident enough. Now flip it. I am capable of learning anything I choose. And then you will start thinking of the evidences, which is negating what you have been believing so far. That is important. And that you will find evidences that support the new belief. So, suppose this is an example drinking water every morning is a small habit. But if we get into a habit and do it consistent repetition for 2 months or 3 months, what will happen? Over time, it helps you feel healthier without much effort. Just like small positive thoughts can improve your mindset gradually. What if you may have figured out there is a friend of yours who is saying you can't do that? It's hard to feel confident. Why they are saying that? Because they have evidences for themselves, their life in the past that it is not possible. But their evidences do not have to be your story. All you need to do is hear them out, listen to them, and say, okay, you are correct, right? And that's how you move on. Then you get accompanied by a group of avengers who say, you have got this. It boosts your belief and motivation, right? So finally, this is the final thing that I want to let you know, guys. Letting go isn't failure, it's renewal. Whatever were our thoughts, mindset, beliefs, we have to shed it off. Shedding what no longer serves. If something is not helping you grow, it is time to shed it off. Like an example, a snake must shed its skin to grow. If it doesn't, the old skin begins to restrict it, even suffocate it. Though uncomfortable, the shedding is necessary. Likewise, we need to shed our old belief stories and identities to expand. You can't step into the future without while holding to the past. So, wherever you are, even if you are the CEO or HO or HOD of an organization, whatever you know, whatever the mindset that you carried that took you to this level, if you want to grow, you have to learn something, you have to reshift your mindset, and that's how you grow. It is not at the mercy of your bosses or your senior manager or HO, right? It is upon you. If you want to grow, if you have set an intention, definitely it will happen. So, yes, interesting question for you guys. The next level requires a new mindset. What are you ready to shed today? I'll just stop the share here and we'll be open to questions. If you have anything, please ask me. Feel free to chat, send it on chat if you have something.
If any of our participants would like to ask something, then please ask. Ma'am is here for supporting you, and she'll be really happy and will be happy to take a few questions. If you want to ask something, you can type in the chat box or you can raise your hand or on switch on your mics to ask.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Amisha.
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. Sorry. Good evening, ma'am. So I would like to ask you that you said na ki that feeling of stuck that I'm not good enough. So, ma'am, I tried like various time, but every time it's not working for me. Again, I'm feeling that I'm not like capable of this. I'm not good enough in that. So, like,
So what are you trying to do? Is
so,
it
ma'am.
related? Mhm.
So it's related to my like education and career. So basically, every time I like put efforts in something, I just got fail, and then again that feeling of I'm not good enough is coming back and back.
That is related to your professional life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when it is your professional life, I just asked you, you have enough evidences in the past that shows that you are not good enough. So you need to start asking yourself, is it 100% true? Or is there any exceptions to it once you start doing it? So, Amisha, very good question. You know what I do is I work with clients wherein I take them, divide your life in three equal parts, right? So, if you're 30, divide the first 10, the second 10, and the third 10. So, first 10, start asking yourself in the first 10, what all has happened that shows that I did something and I am good enough. You will start collecting not 30 evidences that you are amazing and you are awesome. You will have to start asking yourself and collect evidences, and accordingly, that is the food for thought for your subconscious. Subconscious will build on it. You just give it enough evidence. Evidencing is important.
So, ma'am, like I would love to share something like I'm very like good at maths and everything, but recently in my exams, like most of the people get passed, but the like I got a reappear in that, and that's something really like affected my self esteem after that, and because of that I'm not able to focus again on maths. Even I loved it, but that's something I just stuck with, that reappear thing, that how this thing happened with me, that I made a mistake with the OMR sheet or something, maybe happened. But after that it was very becoming difficult for me to again start like studying for my aptitude exam.
Yeah, Amisha, so what you have done is you have attached your identity with that maths results. Do not attach your identity. This is not Amisha. So I'll give you my example. Throughout my schooling days, I was a disaster in maths. Every time, whenever it was maths, I am an international mathematics failure, right? I can't do it. Whenever there was math exam, I used to fall sick. And the maths teacher, she used to talk to my parents and said, you don't know why is she falling sick, because she is scared of maths, right? And that's when at that point in time I had this mindset that I am not good at maths. But when I gave it enough reasoning that my date of birth is 27th of May 1984, but my father, so give it some sort of evidence that sounds true to you. So at that point in time what I did is I gave it an evidence that okay, my father changed my date of birth to put me in the particular school 6 months earlier than my age. So whenever I am in year 7, I am able to understand year 6 maths. When I'm in year 8, I am able to understand year 7. So what he tried to do was not justifiable, was not acceptable to me at that point in time. And that created that particular pattern. So this was the pattern that I figured out in myself. What is your pattern? You have to sit with yourself and introspect, but do not connect your identity with what is the outcome. That is not who real Amisha is. Whatever happens, just give it a thought that whatever happened, it gave me a lesson. There is some hidden lesson in that. Let me understand and decode it. That should be the mindset, and automatically things will start shifting.
Okay, ma'am, I will definitely start doing some questions from today.
Yes. Thank you so much,
Thank
Amisha.
you, ma'am.
Anyone else would like to ask anything, interact, just show up your face. Okay, can you all type one limiting belief that you all have so far?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, Karishma.
How do you personally maintain a growth-oriented mindset in your own life and work?
Okay, very good question. Now I'll tell you on March the 10th, I'm sitting out here in Kenya. 3 years back, when
Yes.
I shifted to Kenya, at that point in time, I was under the impression that Kenya is really good. So people are nice, people are very sober, they are very helpful. This is the mindset that I had at that point in time. Now, this year, March the 10th, I still remember the date. That particular day, I was just going on the road, and automatically I was going for walk, and automatically there were four people on bike, and two of them went down on the bike from the bike, and they snatched my mobile. So there was a fight between me and those goons. But at that particular moment, what I thought is, okay, fine, Kenya is not that good, even not that good as I thought. So immediate shift happens. But what I did is I came home, I went to police station, lodged a complaint, and did everything. Immediately I came home to took two sales calls, and finally those got converted to my clients. So it is about the stories that we give ourselves. Immediately after that particular day, I still remember the day. That day, that thought will always be there. But what is the story that we are giving ourselves is important. So the story changed the narrative of our reality, and that creates our reality. So it is very important to, whatever negative that you are seeing, considering the fact that we live in a world wherein there is positive, where there is negative, but what we focus on grows. If we focus on negatives, the negative will grow. So we have to be intentional to focus on positive, and whatever negative is happening, okay, fine. So I'll give you guys a piece of advice. Whenever you are in a very happy state of mind, or whenever you are in a very sad state of mind, just one statement will change your mindset immediately. That's a great shift, which is, even this shall pass. So if you are really happy, if you're really enjoying, if you're really, buzzing off, so at that point in time, understand that will help you to remain calm. Do not boast it in front of people and all. So that will help you remain calm. If you are really sad and you state this particular statement, even this shall pass, it will immediately create the shift that next moment something new is happening. Thank you so much, Karishma. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anything, anyone? I am getting a feeling that I'm talking to a wall, not the live people in the room. Yeah, thank you, Karishma, for making me feel that there are humans behind the cameras. So these guys, whoever have attended this call, or if this is how they are attending other calls, they really need a major mindset shift, because I did not ask them to keep the cameras on for the whole time, but at least we have to see you, who is there behind the camera, so that we can connect well. We respect your privacy. Thank you so much, Prakash. So we respect your privacy. But having said that, even when we go to professional setup, at times we say that I will not be able to switch on the camera because of blah blah blah. State out your reason and just hide behind. And just one thing, guys, if you have a habit of hiding behind, you will always be behind. There is no one who will create any shift in your life. You are the one who is the CEO of your life. You don't take the charge, you see the consequences. This is just a stage. Thank you so much, Amisha. All right, so I think if there is no question, I am done with what I have to say. So the team, you can take up.
Zeba?
Hello, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. So, on the behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to sincerely thank Ms. Jyoti ma'am, our outstanding speaker for today. Through her remarkable ability to connect deeply with us, her engaging lectures truly inspire us and embrace change and challenge our limits and pursue growth with confidence. We deeply appreciate your time and effort she dedicated to this transformative session. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful session.
It's my pleasure, Ziba and Karishma, for coordinating, Lakshmi. And I would love to see you all. Even 1% shift in your life will make me feel that this session was helpful for you. If you want to reach out, definitely reach out to the team, and they will help you. So I have a beautiful workbook that I've created for you guys. If you can even implement 1% of it, major shift can happen in your life. So the team will be able to help you with that in coming days. Thank you so much for attending. It was nice seeing your names on the screen and seeing you, Prakash and Amisha, live. So thank you so much. Just get into a habit of showing up, because if you don't show up, it will be a problem for you in life. And that probably may be the reason why you are stuck wherever you are. Thank you, Ziva.